Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're going to completely transform how you look at that commonplace claw hammer sitting in your toolbox right now. We're taking it from a simple piece of metal and wood and turning it into a literal marvel of historical engineering. I mean, it's something we all kind of take for granted, but its origins? Absolutely fascinating.
So, let's dive right in with a question you've probably never even considered. Who actually invented this essential tool? When you grab one to hang a picture or fix a loose board, you're participating in a design legacy that stretches back thousands of years. Let's trace exactly how we got here. Section 1. Before the claw. To really grasp the genius of the hammer, we first need to look at how early humans built things. And for millions of years, they relied purely on blunt force. Striking tools have been around for a staggeringly long time, but these weren't refined tools, right? They were just specially shaped stones, formed specifically to break or shape bones, wood, and other stones. It was all about brute impact and basic survival. Moving on to Section 2, the Roman solution. Now, a major technological leap, the invention of the nail, introduced a brand new problem for builders. It created what's known as the nail paradox. Suddenly, you had these amazing metal fasteners, but they were incredibly valuable. Because they were so precious, if a carpenter hammered one in at the wrong angle, they desperately needed a way to rescue and reuse that bent nail. Those old prehistoric stone bashers? Yeah, they simply couldn't handle the precision required for that. Well, the Romans solved this by devising a brilliantly unified tool. They combined a flat striking surface for pounding the nail in, directly with a rounded, angled wedge specifically designed for pulling it out. They realized it would be massively efficient to insert and extract nails using the exact same piece of equipment. Talk about a game changer. And thus, the claw hammer was officially born from Roman ingenuity. It's that familiar, roughly T-shaped tool with a two-sided head attached to a handle. It's elegant, it's functional, and it represents a huge leap in woodworking tech that we literally still rely on today. This dual-purpose design, straight from the ancient Romans. And hey, we aren't just guessing about this timeline. We actually have the archaeological proof of this 2,000-year-old technology. Archaeologists found an iron claw hammer, perfectly preserved at Pompeii, buried deep in the ashes during the infamous eruption of Mount Vesuvius back in 79 CE. I mean, it's wild to think a tool from that historic disaster looks basically identical to what's sitting in your garage right now. 900,000. This massive number just perfectly illustrates the sheer scale of first-century Roman manufacturing. They were incredibly prolific at making nails. In fact, archaeologists uncovered almost 900,000 of them at a single Roman fortress in Scotland, which a garrison had just abandoned in the late 80s CE. To put that into perspective, it really shows you just how vital the claw hammer was to their massive empire-spanning construction efforts. Which brings us to Section 3, the modern upgrade. Fast-forwarding through history, we leave the ancient world behind. We start millions of years ago with shaped stones, hit 79 CE with the Pompeii iron hammer, and honestly, for centuries, the hammer was the absolute principal tool for carpenters. We even see a bustling patent era from 1847 to 1941 where claw hammers were heavily iterated on. But then, the 1950s hit, and the invention of the nail gun brought a literal seismic shift to construction. So why the sudden switch? Well, builders increasingly started relying on nail guns instead of hammers for three really simple reasons. They were easier to use, they offered much faster application, and honestly, they were just way more fun to operate. The sheer speed and efficiency was undeniably appealing for contractors everywhere. But, progress always comes with a catch. As one observer hilariously points out, providing inexperienced home contractors with this rapid-fire technology left a pretty messy reality. The capability to leave a plethora of unnecessary nails riddled in our walls is, of course, merely a side effect of this new technology. We definitely got faster, but maybe a little less careful? This leaves us with a final thought to ponder. The next time you open up your tool drawer, ask yourself, have we sacrificed the deliberate, careful precision of a 2,000-year-old Roman multi-tool for the chaotic speed of modern automation? Did the ultimate convenience of the nail gun truly replace the enduring brilliance of that Roman design? Or did it simply offer a louder alternative? Thanks for joining me on This Explainer, and remember to always keep exploring the history hiding in plain sight.